Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls!
Hey, how's it going guys? It's Shane, also known as Wonder Subset, and today's video will be a spotlight for the closed beta of Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. During the weekend of December 5th to December 7th, I got to participate in the closed beta for the PS5 thanks to the PlayStation beta program, and needless to say, I was rather impressed with the experience I had playing this game. Marvel Tokon has been one of my most anticipated upcoming games since its announcement back in June, and after having some hands-on experience with the game, I'm even more excited for it. To start off, I love the visuals and the art style of the game. The level designs and character models look amazing. The colors look very vibrant and everything is animated so fluidly that it's so pleasing to the eye. The game blends in a mix of the comic book art style and anime style visuals, giving them a unique identity. Well, now that I think about it, that just pretty much makes it a colored manga come to life, but you get my point. The characters not only look amazing, but also have befitting personalities. Like Spider-Man, of course, with his easygoing personality throwing in a few quips, or Star-Lord full of snark and showing off any chance he can get. Him dancing in his victory animation just says it all. As soon as the music started playing, I couldn't help but dance with him. Also, no wonder this game is a PlayStation exclusive with him having a Sony labeled tape player. Ghost Rider with his level of edginess almost gives Shadow the Hedgehog a run for his money, and depending on which characters in the leader roles start against each other, they can have unique dialogue between each other, such as the case with Captain America and Iron Man giving you a Civil War-like scenario with their dialogue, or Ghost Rider throwing shade at Doctor Doom before the fight starts. And to once again bring up Star-Lord, he straight up flirts with Storm only for it to backfire in the end. Classic Peter Quill. Also, I just want to say that Iron Man's design in this game is probably one of my favorite looks of his. It makes him look like a Super Sentai character. Makes sense since this game is made by a Japanese developer, but still cool nonetheless. And I'm not gonna lie, the character designs along with the overall animation really takes me back to Marvel Disc Wars. Anyone else remember that show? Now the gameplay, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the best I've experienced from Arc System Works' games. Dragon Ball FighterZ has been one of my favorite fighting games in the past decade, and the way how Marvel Tokon plays really takes me back to it. Not only was the gameplay easy for me to jump into because of the familiar mechanics, but it also feels like they improved and amped it up as well. The hits and combos for each character connect so well, and the controls feel so smooth, allowing combos and special attacks to flow with each other. And because the game focuses on auto combos, it's a game that anyone can get into, whether you're a casual player or into the competitive scene. Now, since this was of course the beta, it feels a bit too early to give a strong opinion about it, but in the case of now, the gameplay does feel a bit too reliant on auto combos. At the same time though, I don't think it's in the case of making the game feel too easy either, because in this game, despite how reliant the auto combo feels, I still feel like I have control over my auto combos, so I can still plan out my attacks and cancel out combos as well if I need to. It's nowhere near on the same level as Dragon Ball FighterZ, which that game I felt was really heavy on the auto combos. This could change in the full release, and they might have an option to turn off the auto combos to allow more control, but again, it's too early to tell. Being a 4v4 team fighter, you have a selection of characters from the roster to make your own Marvel Dream Team, with the first character being your leader you start off with, and the other three you select for your assist roles, with the shooter providing projectile attacks, the vertical role provides vertical anti-air attacks, and assault, which depending on the character added to that slot will provide their own unique character specific move, and you can switch to that character by holding the X button after they perform their assist attack. Now, not all of your teammates will be available at the start of the match, and you'll only have one of them to assist you, but as the match goes on, more of your allies will join in on the fight over time after performing certain actions such as landing certain special attacks. They also will only assist you depending on how many bars are in the assemble gauge underneath your health bar. The more bars you have, the more your allies can assist you. The use of your teammates plays a big role in this game, and what gives it its identity thanks to the different mechanics used with them. Not only are they used to assist you in battle, but they can also be brought in for different advantageous and dynamic combat circumstances to help you up the damage towards your opponent and extending your combo as well. Like the crossover mechanic, where if you push square and X at the same time when your opponent attacks while you're blocking, one of your teammates will jump in and perform a counter attack to your opponent. And when your opponent performs a crossover, you can also reflect one back at them if you time your input correctly. Or say you put in the same input before an enemy attacks you, you can counter their attack when they land a hit during the counter animation, and your ally can come in to assist you as well. And then there's a symbol smash, whereby hitting square and X while standing, you'll trigger combination attacks with an ally on hit, and when you have all your teammates available, you can use all of them for a follow-up chain ending with you performing the finishing blow. I love using this to help expand my combo before finishing them off with an ultimate attack. Speaking of that, there are two powerful attacks that you can use with each character, the super skill and the ultimate. With the use of your skill gauge at the bottom of your screen, you can perform one of these attacks that can really put the hurt on your opponent, and depending on how high your skill gauge and assemble gauge are, you can call in allies to deal additional damage with their own super skills. They're really fun to use, and if you finish them off with it after an extensive chain of combos, it's a really rewarding payoff. Same can be said with the ultimates. Aw man, these ultimates are so damn cool. If your skill gauge is high enough, you can perform a devastating move that deals the most damage and provides a really cool animation to go with it. I love how Ghost Rider falls backwards into the windshield to enter his car before plowing through the opponent, and Iron Man bringing out the Hulkbuster. You might as well give him a damn Gundam in this case. And with how flashy and over the top these ultimates are, they are great to use to finish off your opponents in style. With all these different mechanics, the use of your selected teammates are very essential for your playstyle and to help you get the most out of the match. The game was made so that assembling all of your allies takes top priority in the match, because not only does it increase your chances of beating the shit out of your opponent more, but it also increases your skill gauge, assemble gauge, and even your health. Yeah, unlike the more traditional tag fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom, Fighters, and BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, both teams only share one health bar. I'll be honest, I was a bit skeptical about this at first because I was worried this would make rounds feel shorter. It kind of brought me back to the days I used to play Cross Tag Battle. I love that game, but the one thing that always threw me off with it was how short the fights felt. But thankfully with Marvel Tokon, that wasn't the case. Not only did each battle feel long enough for you to get into the flow of things and giving you a chance to get the most out of your characters, but your max health will also increase as each ally joins the fight, allowing for longer and more fun battles, and it also helps that the matches play in best of 3. And with it being pretty much required to have your full team for the fight so you could use their full potential and get the most out of them, really changes the meta. I also love how you can change your current team's roles after the match. This allows you to switch up with different builds, allowing more options for the characters catering to your own playstyle. You can do this before a rematch, and this is great because it saves time from having to leave the match to return to the character select screen and switch your team roles there. However, you'll still need to do that if you want to choose different characters to play as, but that isn't really anything new to begin with. The different stages in this game are great too, in which there are only 3 available in the beta: New York City, the Savage Lands, and the X-Mansion. The stages also have their own dynamic features as well. Now this is nothing new for fighting games, but there are different background elements that happen during the match. And depending on the stage, it changes after each round, such as in NYC where the streets become crowdier with onlookers, or with the X-Mansion where it adds additional X-Men characters in the background, or even change the time of day, and eventually you'll see the mansion being invaded by Sentinels with the X-Men trying to fight them off. Also, I love how depending on what characters are in the background of the X-Mansion, they have their own reactions after the end of a round, such as Professor X being stopped by Colossus and Beast from stepping in to stop the fight, and you've even got Nightcrawler clapping for you after winning the fight too. I love these little details. With NYC and the Savage Lands, these stages also have different stage transitions as well. Say whenever you perform a strong enough attack on your opponent to finish your combo or even a super, you'll knock them through the corner of the stage and transition to another area. This also adds levels of dynamic gameplay to it because you'll have the UI pop up in the form of comic book panels, giving the game its sense of identity for the brand. But I will say, as much as I love the stage transitions, I do have a bit of an issue with it happening at any time because sometimes it happens so frequently it becomes repetitive and kind of breaks the pacing of the match. I personally preferred how they did it in Fighters, where the transition would happen after a member of you or your opponent's team gets defeated with an attack that helps trigger the transition. I know that sounds a little silly, and it's most likely just me not being used to it, so maybe I might warm up to it eventually. The soundtrack is really great too. Each character has their own theme to them, which you can select for the stage before you start the fight. The composer behind the game's soundtrack honestly deserves a raise, because if you're a music fanatic, you won't be able to resist the urge to bob your head to some of these tracks. Some of the music in this game also has somewhat of a nostalgic feel to it, because sometimes when I hear the OST, it honestly makes me think of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time. You can find the tracks on YouTube, which I would highly recommend giving a listen to. Okay, now for the characters. For the selection we got in the beta, each character had their own unique capabilities to bring to the table with different forms of damage output, mobility, and combo potential, in addition to their own unique kits. Like with Star-Lord with his elemental gun having 4 different options being light, ice, fire, and earth, allowing players to open the playing field on combos, and switching between them can also help with throwing your opponents off, making him a force to be reckoned with in the hands of skilled players. Or Ghost Rider with the use of his Vengeance gauge, allowing his skills to become stronger with a full gauge, which I sadly never accomplished. But with the use of his abilities in addition to his gameplay benefiting more with far range attacks makes Ghost Rider's high risk high reward system unique. Although I'll always be more of a Johnny Blaze fan, Robbie Reyes works as a great addition as a fighting game character. And then you've got characters like Storm and Ms. Marvel, which have more learning curves to try to master. Storm on one hand is easy to get into and has great abilities, but takes time to master her full potential, while Ms. Marvel I'm personally on the fence about. I do like how her grab can help close in and add pressure on your opponent, but she doesn't feel as strong or as fast compared to the other characters. I don't think I played her enough to fully understand her, but maybe she will get some tweaks in the full game because she does have some great abilities. Captain America is a balanced character with the use of his different shield abilities and great for those starting out. Iron Man has plenty of range attacks beneficial to zoners. Spider-Man is very versatile with his web zips that can make you feel unpredictable. And Doctor Doom, who will most likely be my main in the full game, is probably the best in terms of strength with his combo system and the use of his shields that you can summon, which can also damage your opponent to the touch, so not only does it protect you from attacks, but you can also add pressure to your opponent as well, leaving them little room to maneuver around you while you add the hits to them. Each character is unique in their own way, and there's something for everyone here, and I can't wait to see the game's full roster. Although I will say, if they add Deadpool to the game, I better see him grab that health bar and smack his opponent with it during his ultimate. Now for the multiplayer. God, it's nice to see that multiplayer lobbies in fighting games like this are starting to improve. It's not complicated at all, just find an open arcade cabinet with someone waiting or vice versa, choose your characters, which you can do in the lobby, and start the match. The overall multiplayer in the game works really well for the most part, and I had a lot of fun playing with other people and seeing their skills with the characters they play. However, the netcode is something that definitely needs working on because sometimes the network service can slow the game down a bit, and there were times where we both lost connection in the match. So I got to play some matches with my good friend Maishin of Gaijin Controller on YouTube, which I will leave the links to his channel and his TikTok in the description of this video if you want to check him out for some awesome high-octane action game combo videos. We both had a blast playing together and trying out the different characters, trying to study and master them and see the kits for each of them, and it really brought back memories of the times where we played fighters together, which he always kicked my ass in. So without further ado, here's a small compilation of the matches we've had between us in addition to our final thoughts on the beta.
Please tell me that I can get it. I guess not. Oh! Ha! 2 can play at that game.
No. Okay.
Oh, that was smooth.
He has freaking range.
Oh yeah, he does. Oh, that was cool. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Ha, you missed. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit.
Lee.
Whoo. That was great.
That was a close one there.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Ooh. Ooh. That was cool. Yes. Whoo. Shit. Oh. Oh shit. Nice. Very nice. Oh, 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 oh!
No, 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 not that, not that.
Oh,
There you
shit.
go.
Okay. Alright, you got me.
I was trying to do my ultimate. Okay.
Oh, damn it. Man, my reaction time is so goddamn slow with that. Uh-oh. Spider skill. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That damage scaling, man. Golly.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ha! You missed. Try this on for size.
Oh my gosh, I'm so. How did that miss? Okay.
Oh man, I fucking love this game,
Oh,
dude. I fucking love this game. You wanna know what my favorite type of whiskey is? Fireball! Oh shit! Oh!
I was waiting for that.
Whew. Before we end this off, do you want to give your quick thoughts on the game? Like, what are your quick overall thoughts?
I mean, I think the game is good. It's just, it's definitely a lot. It's a lot more different than compared to other fighting games since it's a 4v4 game. I mean, the controls at first were kind of like they were pretty tough to get used to for the first couple matches. But I think after playing a bit more, more matches with you, I'm starting to get the hang of the game. I do think it's a bit too auto combo heavy, and so sometimes I lean more into button mashing than actually just doing inputs. So I feel like that's kind of one of the biggest issue with the game, at least to me, from like a intermediate fighting gamer's perspective. I feel like it's just like the auto combos have a bit too much use here. Like there's a lot of depth, and there's definitely like some fun stuff you can do in terms of like combos, and there's definitely character uniqueness. But I feel like some parts of this game is just a bit too handholdy. But I mean, it's a solid like foundation of a game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with the combos, like the gameplay itself being a bit handholdy with the combos. But so a part of me is kind of hoping that they'll have more of a manual combo option in the full game. But even then, despite like there being a bit of a learning curve with the gameplay itself, like with the controls and everything and the different combos you can do, it's actually a pretty decent learning curve. Like, I feel like this would be a great game for people who are like trying to get into fighting games, or like people who are new to fighting games or trying to reestablish themselves in like the fighting game genre. Like, there's like so many different options for characters for different people to use and everything. And the fact that you can like mix and match the different characters for your own team-ups to figure out the one that you love for yourself. I really do love the variety in each character too.
Yeah, I do think that's definitely what makes this game, well, parts of this game better than fighters to me, is how every character feels a lot more unique. Like, part of my issue with fighters is just that, while it is a team game, it's really easy to just kind of do the same like combo over and over again of like, the light, medium, heavy launcher, and then light, medium, heavy, like a slam move, right? And then you go into your super. And basically, any character can do that in the game. And it's like, there's definitely some combo routes you can do, but you almost don't really want to because every character mostly plays universally the same, at least in terms of like their foundation. But here, it's just like, Captain America has his own mix-ups. He has his own ways of comboing. So does Spider-Man, and then every other character. Um, their move list isn't too big, which is pretty good for a 4v4 game. Like, I think that might be a bit too much to handle. So I think that's what makes the game good. Is just like characters, they don't have too many moves, but they're unique enough. And then for a 4v4 game, it's like it can be easier to manage that way. And then also having like one health bar is nice.
Yeah, and I loved Fighters too. Like, that was one of my favorite fighting games back in 2018 and for the next few years or so. And playing this game really brought me back to when I played a lot of Fighters. But that's another thing I love about this game is, like, even though, like, it does give me nostalgic value with Fighters, but it does it a lot better than Fighters. Because, like, you know, it's like what you said with the different characters. They have different ways of... They have different, like, unique abilities and attacks and different ways on how they can do their attacks. In addition to, like, the team attacks, the different ways how you can do, like, the team combos and everything. Like, just...
Yeah.
Like, just the whole formula of all that is what... And not to mention the flashy animations and the beautiful art style, too. Just, like, all co-interacting with all that. Like, I feel like that's what's gonna make this game really unique as well. Like, I really love how this game looks and the way how it plays. It's so buttery smooth. I think this might be one of the best fighters I've played in a long time.
Yeah. I think in terms of like fighters, I do think definitely this has potential to be a very good one, like Fighter Z, if they play their cards right in terms of like in terms of longevity and popularity of the Marvel brand. But I do think there's definitely some sleeper hits that could compete with it. But I guess it does depend on the crowd and the word of mouth. Because like I said, there's the Avatar game and the Avatar Legends fighting game, and that game kind of keeps it more a traditional grassroots of a fighting game. It's not a tag fighter, and so sometimes, you know, there's been many like tag fighters that are coming out, like Invincible versus this game, and then what's the other game? The Hunter x Hunter game came out, and then 2XKO, right? So there's a lot of tag fighters that came out, and so the Avatar fighting game could be pretty cool. And then there's Invincible versus, like I said, that game could be pretty crazy. And then same for 2XKO. Right, so there's a lot of competition, but of course more eyes are on Marvel Tokon.
Oh yeah, because it's one of the biggest Marvel IPs, or it's one of the fighting games that has like the biggest IPs in terms of like licensing. Like, this is like the first Marvel related fighting game we've had since Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and that was a while ago. Like, that was what, back in 2017? 2018?
It was around there.
Like, yeah.
Like when Endgame was a big thing. Or Infinity War, I mean.
Yeah, I feel like this is a nice change of formula with what they're doing with the IP. I really can't wait to see what they're going to be adding next. Or what they're going to be adding in the full release.
I think aside from just the fighting game systems, they're definitely... I mean, there is an opportunity for them to add more characters like that Infinite could not do. So, you know, since they already added like Storm, right, and then X-Mansion, they could add Wolverine. I think, like you said that before, Wolverine, Beast, Nightcrawler, Gambit. Could be a lot of Cyclops. Like, they could add the X-Men back in.
Yeah, I swear, when it comes to Marvel games, like, the Marvel IP has really been doing a really good job with the different genres of gaming lately. Like, we got, of course, we got, like, the Spider-Man games, we got the upcoming Wolverine game by Insomniac as well. We got Marvel Rivals, too, which was really good. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is so much damn fun. Like, I played that with a couple of buddies of mine last night, and we had a frickin' blast with that one. Like, it's probably one of the best beat-em-ups I've played in a long time. And then we've got this game, Marvel Tokon, for the fighting game genre, and, like, this is great. This is really taking me back to like the heyday of licensed Marvel games.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely what is making Marvel pretty unique right now, aside from their MCU stuff, is that they're going back on like actually making a bunch of different games. I think you said you mentioned Midnight Suns too, right?
No, I haven't, but that's
I'm not sure
another
if you,
that's another good one to
yeah,
mention. Good you brought
yeah,
that
it's
up.
another one. Yeah, so like there's a lot of different Marvel games that have just been coming out, and they to me they have almost the same quality as the PS2 games, almost, right? Um, so I think that's what makes them pretty good right now is that you there's just a lot of like comic bookness to them. There's a lot of personality to them, and it's also stuff that you're just not really seeing in the MCU.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls was a game I was really excited for after its announcement and remains as one of my most anticipated upcoming fighting games and games in general. Since the last Marvel branded release was back in 2017 with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Marvel Tokon feels like a nice return to form after not getting a new installment in the fighter genre after almost 9 years. Although I will admit, as someone who loves the hell out of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3, it does feel really jarring and odd to see a Marvel fighter without any Capcom characters. Man, Marvel without Capcom sure does feel like it's missing something, and it kinda hurts the soul. But regardless, the game looks and feels amazing, and although I'm not much of a competitive fighter, nor am I really into the competitive scene nowadays, I feel it has potential to be a fine addition in the competitive fighting game community. Marvel has really been on a roll when it comes to branching their brand out to different genres these past couple of years, and I'm really excited to see where it goes in the future. I hope you all have enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good day.
In the middle.